Rubik as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is what I mean. Like, Sentinel Warner, he tends to Stampede and then blink in to go for the Stomp, and that's when Yol has his big wide open window. And he's got that sound cue too, because you can hear it go off, and then he doesn't have a trash spell he can use just, well, that he wants to use, because you can't really just use Stampede and stomp the air just to prevent the steal. So it's really easy for Rubik to get that steal off, even if Centaur jumps on him. So pretty much you have to jump, hit the Rubik, or hope he's not stealing from you, and then burst him down at the same time. Now Rubik is going, maxing out Fade, Bolt, and Lift? Okay. I feel like they definitely could have justified getting a few points in Null Field, because you look at Aftershock's lineup, and it's full-on burst magic. Like, they had the stuns, they have the burst. It really would have been good. Meanwhile, though, they will pick off BZZ on the bottom lane. He does get jumped. Right now, though, Virtus.Pro, their mobility is not great. They could easily get picked off. Death Prophet now, trying to lead the charge here. Just moving in. Actually, she might even just try and block Zeroji in here. Says, hello. Look what I found. Look what I found. And she doesn't actually block him in. Never mind though, because John's going in after him, but now Double Edge comes in. Down goes Rubik. They will pick off the Earthshaker at the very least. Now they're getting chased. Bat, Blink, so disjoints. Just an auto attack, and they will get away. That probably could have been played better, to be dead honest. It's Batrunner now. He has got the Blink. Gonna blink in as well. Centaur set on down some trouble. Oh, Sunstrike as well, but will heal him up. Mystic or Mist Coil as well as the Aphotic Shield. And now Batrunner on the retreat. They will bring down the Centaur as well. Arrow goes down. Nice shot. Connects on Magoma. Magoma now trying to get away. Will be brought down by Crypt Swarm as Batrunner blinks once again, leaving a trail of crap behind him. Trying to get out of there. Leap forward by Setoi. Arrow still 8 seconds away. I don't think they can run this one down unless... No, Aftershock not going to double back. But that was probably a bit of a misplay. Death Prophet could have, instead of sitting here, she could have sat there and just blocked him in. Because, you know, there's no ability for Zeroji to cut trees. He would have been forced to try and TP, and the Marana was there to fire an arrow at him. So, I think slightly questionable play. It worked out anyway. And on the plus side as well, VP did not need to use the Exorcism. That's a pretty big deal. They can win a fight like that and not use Exorcism, especially with BZZ already dead. So his mech wasn't in play, his damage wasn't in play. That's a pretty solid deal. See the nuke span come out. Got 1 level and unstable current. And still working towards that scepter. And there we go, Death Prophet building into that BKB. And once she gets the BKB, she's got Yules as well as BKBs. We see a pick off on mid. Poor old Rubik just overextending a little bit. And how close is Zeroji actually to his Blink Dagger? That is going to be quite a big deal. If he can get that up and running, the initiation value for Aftershock just skyrockets. And that's where things get a little bit hairy. You're looking at freaking triple Blink initiation. That is really hard to counter. Like, there is so much potential for Death Prophet just to just get blown sky high, especially since the Blink Fissure is, not Blink Fissure, the Blink Echo Slam into basically the Aftershock stun is instantaneous. There is no cast time on Echo Slam, so he gets that stun out straight away. It's really hard to avoid that, so he's just got no time to BKB, so that can be really difficult to deal with, especially just the sheer damage as well. It's just huge.
Double damage.
And then you follow that up with a Bat Rider, Blinking Centaur, or a Sunstrike. It's just, what do you do? It is going to be so hard for them to just counter. They're going to really need to stay... The problem is, as well, if you split up too much to try and avoid the big Echo, it makes it very easy for Bat to isolate and grab somebody as well. And they don't have a good counter to it, like Vengeful Spirit with a long-range swap, or even just a long-range counter initiation, like Bat Rider tries to jump, grab somebody, and then Clockwork hooks out of nowhere to stop him dead in his tracks. They don't have that up their sleeve. On the plus side, though... Oh, that looked like a miss for a moment there, but Setoi will land the shot. Wow. Virtus.Pro managing to steal this one, and this is unfortunate because Aftershock have a really dangerous lineup to try and take Rosh against. You've got Sunstrike, you've got Meteor, you've got all these really powerful AoEs into that tiny little cramped space, plus the fact that Roshan keeps hitting you. Yeah, that can really just hurt. So the fact that they managed to sneak that is a pretty big win for them. 3k advantage now. The Virtus.Pro. 4-star coming up on Batrider in a moment once he ships that out. And he's looking for a pick-off here. He wants to get him, but he can't because Jonim is sitting right next to him. Doing a keep your retards alive here. He's just hanging around with G saying, you know what, G? They're going to try and keep you, kill you. I know you're going to try and go out there and get farmed. So I'm going to hang around here and make sure you don't die. just runs over here too. Let's have a look. Yeah, then he throws a ward out as well. I don't know if that actually would have spotted the bat, because he came through there. That might have actually not seen the bat. That ward.
Radiant's top tower
Would have been
is
awkward
under attack.
if he managed to sneak through there. Well, BCZ on his own in the bottom lane. Picked up his scepter. I really feel like he wants a BKB now. He gets that BKB. Aftershock are in a very bad position. Death Prophet also... Well, Death Prophet has hers. Jeez. So y'all... Oh, God. I really feel bad for sports where they end up buying multiple braces. You know, they're just having a bad day. It's like, Jesus, I'm sick of dying. I really hate this game. I'm just freaking sick of it now. Cold Snap comes out. Sedoi, though, hits a creep with an arrow. Oh, Sedoi. Moonlight Shadow now. BCZ coming in, though, with a mech. Gonna keep Yol alive as somehow the Mud Golems walk through the fissure. I did not know they could do that. Anyway, Zoroji not having a good day at the office here. Trapped in. Actually, he might get away. TPing. No, he gets brought down there as the Mistcoil comes in. Will help clean him up. As well as it looks like Yoldo getting caught out. So both supports getting picked off. However, I'm going to say the Earthshaker is a bigger part of this team fighting power. And Aftershock needed him more than Virtus.Pro needed the Rubik. Now, we've got that, Eye of the Storm just chewing away at this tower. It is not long for life at all. It's getting burned down so quickly. You see BCZ just dodging that now. That we're going to pop the glyph. Yule's getting throw the bat up in the air. Swan though with a tornado from Invoker. Oh, good Bethning Blast into a meteor. Meatballs have landed. They're all over the top. BCZ is being healed up though. Should be able to get away. Maybe not. Mystic Flare comes in. G goes down. Mystic Flare and the stomp. Jalopy gets the goods done. Now BCZ trying to get back there. They bring down the Death Prophet. And they get the BCZ as well. It's going to try and TP out Flamebreak. Going to cancel that. BCZ in so much trouble. Concussive shot as well. Going to bring him down. A blink forward with Bat. And they will knock off that Aegis there. But they have lost the Death Prophet. They have lost the Abaddon as well. Arrow comes through. Going to hit a creep though. And BCZ actually managed to get away here. Not for long though. Will get cleaned up. Auto attacks there for Kefka, but now we've got swing around the backside. Baybolt comes in. They might get the Bat. No. Bat escapes for the moment. And Mirana gets taken out. They come forward there with a double edge. Wow, Vanguard. That's got a Vanguard already. He has managed to farm up quite nicely. See the fight recap coming. An 1800 gold swing right now against Virtus.Pro. See a Fissure coming out. Gonna block him off there. Trying to find some room to sneak through. He's got some room, but he will get jumped on regardless and brought down. Aftershock managing to pin him in there. See the gold lead just drop rapidly there. All Rubik had was a cold snap to his name. Now Crimson Guard is, yeah, it's done. I'm going to have that up on the Centaur. An Invoker going for a Necro Book. That's an interesting choice. Okay, Necro Book. I felt like a Blink Hex would have been the way to go this game, but it looks like it's going to pick that up. It'll give them some nice map control. It's a decent fighting item, but not when the Death Prophet's this fun. Maybe he's hoping... I mean, if you get the Necro Book in on top of John and burn all his mana, it makes him very useful to fight. But there we go. It's going to be grabbed by the lasso. Oh, wow. It's a bit of an overcommitment there. Didn't need to commit that much firepower, but regardless, it will happen. And I suppose Mystic Flare's pretty short cooldown. Not 100% sure. I suppose Aftershock, they do need to push. This is true. They really do need to push. They don't want to go that late because they don't have a great answer to the combined might of Death Prophet, Razor, and possibly Mirana if she does actually find some items. Mirana's not really the best carry, but if she gets decent farm, she can turn into one. And also, of course, the other advantage is that, well, Virtus.Pro, it's not like they have like a Terrorblade on their side either. They don't really have that kind of ticking clock. You see, BZC, Fissure as well, jump in there as well with the mech. No, will he go down? He pops the mech just in time. Moonlight Shadow, but it's not enough. Not that it would have worked actually, because they throw down Meatball deployed. It's not going to hit anybody though. Sedoi just avoiding that. Moonlight Shadow doesn't matter anyway. They're prepared with Cannon. A blink forward, gets a stomp off, double stomp. Will we see a double edge? No, decides not to go for it. Sedoi now taking some hits. Cold Snap as well. We'll leap away there. Now we've got the BKB deployed. Cyclone as well. Down goes Earthshaker. Can't get away there. And Mind Control. Gonna Ghost Walk and TP out.
Tis mine.
Unfortunately, the Fissure completely ineffective. The BKB stopping that in its tracks. So actually, no, they're chasing after... They're trying to catch up the bat. Not long going to happen, though. He's got Tranquils. He's got a 4-star. Got a Blink. Not. Oh, wait, maybe. G's actually coming after him, but he's still got his 4-star. You know, an arrow, though? No. 4-stars in time. That arrow hit him. It would have been trouble, but can't say the same for Magoma. He is in actually a lot of trouble. He's, yeah, pretty screwed, really. So we see a Blink, a Stomp, a Whiff, so doesn't manage to land, and now the slow coming out of Jelly. Jelly in some trouble, silenced up there by the Death Prophet. Flamebreak going to knock them back, though, and they won't be able to pursue any further with that. Now, how close is Razor to the BKB? He's still a decent ways off. It needs still needs the hammer and the recipe. The hammer about 1,000 gold away. And gold is pretty much dead even, although Virtus.Pro are about to take a tier 2, so that should jump them about 1k in the lead, if not a bit more.
Dire's top
1.5
tower is
actually.
under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, about 1.5k lead now. We see the Stampede. I think it's a bit far off, unless Kef can get a very long-range initiation. He is actually going to go on Yol, who does get the telekinesis off just in time and tosses him back. Yol's like, hell no, I'm not dying today. I've died 6 times. Scared. God. Man. This is just one of those games. When you died 6 times in 28 minutes, she's like, ugh, this game freaking sucks. It's so demoralizing as a support to die this many times. Even though they're doing pretty well, like as a team, it's just, you take that many hits, you just keep getting jumped on by the Blink Centaur, by the Blink Batrider, you just start to hate everybody. It just really brings the morale down. But Yol that time managed to get the telekinesis off and save his own life, so probably pretty pleased with that. Says, not today.
Is mine.
Now, Mirana has picked up the Yasha. Didn't actually go for the full drums, decided not to. So, Seto, is it casual Yasha or she...
Double damage.
I mean... if she doesn't go for a Maelstrom or something, she's gonna... Even if she gets the full Manta, she's still gonna hit like a kitten. And Mirana's damage is pretty weak, so... The Manta, more than anything else, might be able to just help her out with the silence from Skyeth Mage, but I don't know if it's gonna help that much, because it tends to be, like, preceded or immediately followed by a stun from somebody else, like a Fissure or a Stomp, so I don't know if the Manta would help her that much there. I feel like a Maelstrom, though, would give her good damage in the fights, or even just flat out just going screw it and just going a BKB. Still not much damage, but at least she would take a fair bit to bring down and wouldn't just instantly die to wombo combos from Aftershock, just going silence, stun, 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 you die with the nukes. Because right now for the Mirana, I suppose if she is eating the Ancient Seal, at the very least, it's not BZZ or G who are eating the Ancient Seal, so they've got a good chance of riding the fight through. But I mentioned that, and Death Prophet is actually building towards the heart now. She's got enough for the Vitality booster she wants, but might... Well, she doesn't really need to hold for buyback, so we'll see where she goes with this. Flame Break comes out. I think they're really hoping the bat comes out to farm this, but there's a lot of pings coming out. I don't know if he's seems like he's cautious. He knows something's up, and then G reveals them. And yeah, the pings come out immediately. They didn't go past any didn't smoke near any wards, so it was just intuition there from Aftershock.
Dire's top tower is
Now
under
here come the
attack.
Ghost. Batrider, though, looking for a potential pick. Gonna get up on the high ground. To the side, then look for a pick. Jumps, gets a lasso off. Drags him back. Stampede as well. They're isolating the Death Prophet extremely well. There comes the burst. Down goes Death Prophet. Blink. Echo Slam on top of Stella. They've popped the Moonlight Shadow. They need some detection. They will have it. In fact, this is probably what the Necro book is for. Get the detection out of the field. And suddenly, Moonlight Shadow, not as good. Jotun now into some trouble. Will pop his ultimate to try and get away. Is going to lead them off in a merry chase in the wrong direction and will go down in the end. But at least he manages to get them to waste their time, and they will not get the other 2 cores on his team. There we go. There's that initiation. Unfortunately, Death Prophet getting jumped before she could pop that... Well, I mean, even if she popped the BKB, she's still getting it isolated, but it should be long enough to right... The main thing is she pops it first. It's long enough to A, right at the lasso, and then B, right at the stuff that comes after it. She just needs to get that BKB up fast. I think they just weren't expecting the Batrider to come from above them. And it's probably also like a double-edged sword as well. If he's BKB'd up, of course the downside is that there's not much Jotun can do to help him. The BKB blocking the friendly. This is why like buying a BKB on like a Legion Commander is also a really big double-edged sword. It's just when you've got healers on your team, if you BKB early and frequently, it's really hard for them to heal you in fights. They just cannot get those clutch heals down. And it can be
Roshan has
really aggravating.
fallen to the dire.
But on the other hand, I feel like it's a solid buy, so they need it against this lineup. It's just it goes both ways. At the very least, if he's being focus fired, it shouldn't be taking that much right click damage. And in the meantime, they can focus the healing on the other cores like Mirana, keeping her in the fight, or even just preventing poor Yol from dying again. We'll bring up the net worth, see what everybody's up to. So up to 14,000 here. The G. Invoker's pretty close. In fact, Invoker's doing better than I thought. On the other hand, because he does have the Hand of Midas. They've taken down the second Roshan. He's just going to Mind Control. But he is ahead by 500 gold on Razor. And Razor, though, inching closer and closer to that BKB. Once he gets it up and running, BZZ is going to become quite a force to be reckoned with. And it'll allow him just to get up much closer as well. And it's also pretty dangerous to try and target him as well, because the Batrider jumps in. Oh, actually, Batrider has a BKB now. That could make things tricky. One of the things that could have saved like the Death Prophet is if Rubik is expecting the jump and is queuing up the telekinesis, just using basically the spell click and move. If he's queuing that up on the Batrider jumps in and then immediately gets lifted. Now that he has the BKB, that's not going to be it's not going to be a problem, because he can BKB before he jumps. And what was the game we watched where the Magnus just didn't BKB before he jumped in and they threw a game? Oh god, who was it? I forget. It was Synergy League though. Was it Rave? Oh, I think it was Rave. I think it was freaking Rave. I swear it was Rave. They had a Magnus. They just brought up the Divine Rave, but all they had to do was land the freaking RP skewer and that was game. They could have won that easy. And Magnus blinked without BKBing and got hexed immediately. So hopefully Batrider remembers to BKB first, then blink. Because otherwise, there is a good chance he gets lifted before he can do anything. Death Prophet, though, has brought up the recipe for the hard trash. In fact, she needs 400 gold. Has to clean up the Ancients. And Magoma has gone to the toilet, so that's why we're paused right now. While waiting, let's bring in some items. Okay, so Invoker's had the level 3 Necro Book. He's had that for a little while. We saw that in the last fight using the spot at the Moonlight Shadow. Crimson Guard's been done for a while. And, oh, hello, Blade Mail. This is super good against the Death Prophet. Not only does it just help Centaur not die instantly, but also the fact that Death Prophet struggles to stop herself from, basically the ghost from killing herself, is pretty hilarious. And Jalopy does have the health pool to help ride out a lot of that damage, so he can tank for quite some time, whereas Death Prophet does have pretty much the same amount, but it's more important. Like, it's more painful if she starts taking hits than the Centaur Warner. He gets in, does his business, and he's mostly done. Whereas Death Prophet needs to sustain herself in the fight. If she gets knocked out quickly, it's a big loss for her team. So Jalopy could quite happily suicide for that. On the other hand, though, Aftershock, do they have a mechanism? Yeah, they don't have a mechanism though, so that kind of stings. Whereas BZZ, of course, brings that mech to the party, and of course they have Abaddon there to help prevent Death Prophet from dying. But pretty much, if her ghosts are basically reflecting damage, she's pretty much got a Yule straight away. Or BKB. Actually, she's BKB'd. I take that back a little bit, because she's got a BKB. That can stop the Blade Mail in its tracks, so that is a pretty solid counter there to that. But I feel like the clock is ticking for Aftershock. They don't have much of a late game. Their initiation value is starting to wear out. They're sort of peaking with their initiation value. And Virtus.Pro is steadily but surely marching their way towards those BKBs, Mass Magic Immunity, and just generally having more late game firepower than Aftershock can bring to bear. And on the plus side as well, they've only lost 1 tower. 4 towers down. 5. So 5 towers down for Aftershock. So they've really lost some serious ground. There's a lot of gold still banked up in these towers that Aftershock need to get their hands on. And with these aggressive wards too, it's going to become harder for Aftershock to maintain space on this map to keep farming. Not that they're really looking to farm though, they probably just want to get aggressive and start winning some fights and taking some towers, getting some pickoffs and taking some towers. If they can ball up, if they can get Virtus.Pro to ball up for a good fight, a 5-on-5, and they can lead with their initiation, they've got a very solid chance of winning. And if they win that fight a couple of times, Virtus.Pro are going to be in a pretty bad position, because with the Invoker, they can actually knock down the towers pretty well. Forged Spirits plus the level 3 Necro Book, they could probably take some towers. without too much trouble, which may push Virtus.Pro into some uncomfortable territory. But for now, the fact that they've still got, well, 2 lanes still have all 3 towers up, means it's going to take Aftershock some time, and it's going to buy them the time and space they need. There we go. Morano's going, yep, screw it. I'm getting a BKB. And once all these start coming online, it's going to become tricky. I mean, unless Invoker gets double meatball, double hex and a double meatball, and a double deafening blast and all those good things, I've seen that win games on its own, pretty much. And I don't just mean against, like, trick heroes like Meepo. I mean just flat out, you get a good meatball off with a deafening blast, and then you line up a second one. You could take 3 people out of the fight almost instantly. It is so, so powerful. Just so much freaking damage. Especially once the BKBs start wearing low. That is definitely a possibility, but Death Prophet, what's she down to? Down to 9 seconds, and I think they've still got a full 10... Yeah, well, Razor doesn't have his BKB. He's getting closer, very close. Hopefully it's not like last game at PCC. He's so close. Every single time, I just want my BKB, and every time he gets closer and closer, and every time he just gets freaking ganked by a Storm Spirit. This game has to worry... Well, this game he would have to worry about getting jumped by the Bat Rider, but fortunately, Seto is playing a Pile Die where he tactically feeds and takes out the lasso for 40 seconds. And Razor's like, oh, goody. Look, I can farm. I don't have to worry about getting picked off. What is this? Quickly, get some creeps. Get this BKB, quickly.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Anyway, they get this pick off. Seto is down. They will go for the tier 1 mid. Rubik's here, though. Steals Alacrity. It's actually really... Yeah, so look at this. Razor, they put Alacrity on and suddenly 200 damage. There's the deny.
Radiant's middle tower has been
It's actually pretty sweet. I mean, it's pretty hard to get a shit spell when you steal from Invoker. There's just no way you can get a shit spell off him. Unless you steal, like, maybe a level 1 tornado. Like a level 1 Wex tornado. That's pretty bad, actually. Yoldo getting cold snapped up, taking a lot of damage here. The Alacrity's on himself as well. Yes, they will bring him down. Mind control, Alacrity, and cold snap. Jesus. That hurts. And Yol is up to, I think, 8 deaths? 7. Not as bad as I thought. He's literally died once every more than 5 minutes. It's demoralizing for him, I'm sure. Earthshaker, aggressive wards getting tossed out there. In fact, something Virtus.Pro could probably use is just get rid of this map. If they can get a lot of counter wards, or at least a gem or something, getting rid of this map control would make it much harder. Much, much harder for Aftershock to play aggressively. Make it very difficult for them to find pickoffs.
Illusion.
And there we go, Seto. I don't think Virtus.Pro are going to make a move until they get his BKBs done. Now Razor's BKB is done. Mirana's still looking for hers. She's a couple of 100 gold away, so she'll have that pretty soon. And Abaddon probably building a 4-star. This can be useful for getting people up and over the fissures, as well as just quickly pushing people out of Mystic Flares as well. Just all around nice technical item. Death Prophet. Now Lasso's back up. Unless Seto can tactically feed again and take this out, they probably won't try and push this top lane much further. They do have a defense. Well, I say defensive, but that's to watch for people trying to push up here, just to make room. So basically, Batrunner knows, alright, smoke around here, set up a kill. Meanwhile, though, tier 2 mid for Radiance is being pushed fairly heavily here. The minions out in force, chipping away at this tower. Jellaby up front, not really in a position to... He might be able to blink to get the stomp off, but never mind, it's going to be the Batrunner. Unfortunately, it's broken immediately by the Mistcoil. Fortunate for G, John, I'm keeping these retards alive. Good old Sir Action Slack strats.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Rubik still looking for anything he can get. Well, oh man, poor Rubik. At least he's got more net worth than Jotum, I guess. Somehow he has more net worth than Jotum, and Jotum's only died 3 times. As Jotum's been doing most of the wards.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now we've got the gank coming top. The TPs are going home. They probably can't find a kill unless somebody gets Yules. No, not happening. Bat is away. He has also picked up a gem as well.
Tower is under attack.
So pretty much all of VP's vision disappearing. Fissure comes out. Going to block this off though. Not really going to do what they want though. The Ghost just start picking away. So go Blink, Bat Rider, BKB though, as well as the Aphotic Shield, stopping that dead in its tracks. The Aphotic Shield, very nicely done there by John. I'm keeping the Death Prophet alive, and now that his racks are not long for life. Down goes the range one, melee right now in some trouble. Centaur gets in, Blink, stop. G taking some hits in, not much though. Blink, Echo Slam comes in. Seto though, tanks it with the BKB. These BKBs doing work. Meatball comes in, hits nobody. Actually, no, Rodham is going to walk into it there, just allow him to get a bit of a return kill as BZZ goes down, but mission accomplished. Both racks are down, tier 3 is down, and Yol about to get picked off here, but mission accomplished regardless. Actually, no, John was going to try and save him. Yol sticking up there, trying to get away, picks up Zeroji, going to tie him, toss him away, tosses him back into himself, will get picked off here regardless. Down goes the Centaur as well, down goes the Scarlet Mage. Seto trying to get back here, Wall gets thrown out, Ice Wall slowing down G trying to get clear. Seto now looking for a kill, down goes the Earthshaker, he goes down to the Starstorm there, Death Prophet as well, giving chase as well. Death Prophet is so, look at him go, zoom, runs him down goes Bat Rider, no time to pick off the gem though, they ping it out, down goes Marana, picked off there by the minions, and Mind Control drops his Ring of Basilius to pick up the gem, and that's 4, well actually no, John buy back or did he escape? I think he bought back. No he didn't, he managed to escape somehow. Must have ulted and TP'd out of there while I wasn't watching. But regardless, a very good fight there for VP. They lost some people on the retreat. Lost a few in going in there. But in the end, mission accomplished. The racks are down. And this is a bit the last thing Aftershock want. They do not want to stall this game out. Longer this ticks by, the harder life gets. They really wanted to have a more aggressive mid-game there. They had some decent... Oh, whoops. Oh, wait a minute. That was... Never mind. That was intentionally. Pop the drum charge because it was going to sell it anyway. So pops a drum charge to make room for a Lincoln's... Wow, actually that's pretty... Did he just... Never mind, he's got a scroll. I was going to say he just sold the drum for no reason all, but no, he's making room for a scroll. Doesn't really need one that badly though, but he can use it regardless. They've only got a tier 3 in mid exposed. It's the only lane where it's exposed, but you should always carry TP regardless.
'Tis mine.
Wow, that's a lot of ping. What's going on here? Everybody's pinged down here. They're worried. Magoma appears to be... Oh, Marana ulting. Magoma now, he's just going to 4-staff up the clip. Should be able to get away. Actually, no, he gets used up. Out. Oh, wow! The 4-staff? No, he gets away. Thankfully, Bat Rider was there. That Yules actually cancelled the Scarlet Mage's 4-staff, and he was so screwed. Fortunately, Bat Rider lurks and then manages to get his own 4-staff off to save Magoma. Now, Razor. Building towards probably a Shiva's Guard. I think it's pretty much what I've seen every single Razor build. It's going to give him some nice nuke as well for the slow. It's a big deal for the slow as well. You set someone up, slow them down, and run them down with Eye of the Storm. Now we've got Kefka running around the side, but now Death Prophet does have a Lincoln Sphere. She picked that up in the last trip back to the base. Kefka looking for a jump. He's got the 4-staff up so he can trash the Lincoln Sphere. I think he's been spotted. Yeah, they ping it out and say, oh, wait a minute. Bat Rider's there. Gotta be careful as... Throw out the plasma field. Just to check things out there now. Yule's there on top of Zeroji. BKB's up. Bishop does absolutely nothing. Completely whiffs. Bounces off BKB. Zeroji is down. Run down by that Eye of the Storm. And Bat Rider 4-staffs out. Trying to get away. A buyback there from Earthshaker. Maybe they can make something happen now. The BKBs have worn off. Only Setoi has his still up. G as well as BZZ popping their BKBs to bounce. Oh no! There goes the Lincoln Sphere. Popped. It was a lasso too. Lasso bits popped on the Lincoln Sphere. And now BCZ going in. Meatball misses. Mystic Flare pretty much misses as well. Echo Slam comes out. But down goes the Scarlet Mage. Zeroji going for the kill here. Will be brought down there as BCZ backs out. He's being healed up. He's already used the mech. Trying to get clear here. Will clear the minions. Will